The sky above Briar Station burned red as the first reports came in. No one had expected an attack. Humans had lived on the colony for nearly 40 years, building farms, schools, factories, and homes. The settlers had been careful to stay peaceful, sending supplies to Earth and other colonies, keeping their defenses minimal. They never thought anyone would come to strike them. Commander Laura Briggs sat in the command center on Earth, watching the reports arrive. Her face was tense. "What did they hit?" she asked quietly. Her assistant, a young officer named Liam Reed, typed quickly on the console. "Briar Station, ma'am. It's destroyed. Most of the colony is gone. We have some distress signals, but the channel keeps cutting out." Laura's hand went to her forehead. She had always believed that humans were safe in space. Earth's fleet patrolled the trade lanes, and the colonies were considered secure. But now, images of fire and smoke appeared on the screens. Buildings were collapsed, ships were burning in orbit, and the people were screaming. "Do we know who did this?" Laura asked. "No identification yet. Sensors picked up unknown ships leaving fast," Liam replied. "They are not from any alliance we know. They hit and left before we could respond." Laura's eyes narrowed. "Then it's time to respond ourselves. Call Captain Aaron Pike. It's time the dragons wake." Aaron Pike was not a man who panicked. He was calm and precise, but fierce when the situation demanded it. He received the call while running simulations with his team on the Dragon Corps' flagship. "What do we have?" he asked. Laura's voice came through the comm. "Aliens attacked Briar Station. Colony destroyed. We need your unit in orbit within 3 standard hours. Prepare for full combat." "This is not a drill." Aaron leaned back in his chair. "Understood. I'll gather the team. This time, they will answer for what they did." He ended the call and stood. Around him, the dragons moved quickly, checking ships, weapons, and equipment. Each member knew what this meant. The Volder, as the intelligence reports would later identify them, were testing humanity, and now the dragons would show them what humans could do. Noah Green, one of the best pilots in the Dragon Corps, ran through his pre-flight checklist. His ship, sleek and reinforced, hummed as systems came online. He smiled slightly at the thought of flying into the unknown. "I hope these Volder know who they are messing with," he muttered. Maria Lewis, the tech specialist, worked at her console. She was calm, almost cold, but inside, she was angry. Briar Station was a peaceful place, and the Volder had taken it from humans. "Let them come. We will show them fire," she whispered. Her fingers flew across the keyboard, checking weapon systems and hacking modules. Daniel Brooks, the ground scout leader, reviewed satellite imagery of the colony. The destruction was total. Streets were cracked, buildings collapsed, and survivors were hiding. "This is personal now," he said, voice low. "They didn't just attack humans. They attacked our people, our families." Aaron called the team together. "Listen up. Briar Station is gone. The Volder want to hurt humanity, and they think they can do it because we are peaceful. We are not weak. They will see that today." The team nodded. "We leave in 10 minutes. Everyone knows their role. Everyone knows what to do. Let's move." The dragons boarded their ships. Engines roared. The fleet lifted from Earth orbit like a rising storm. Space was quiet, endless, and dark, but the silence did not last. On the way to Briar Station, fragments of distress signals reached them. Voices of fear and pain, messages left in the panic of attack. Aaron listened, keeping control of his emotions. Each signal made the mission more urgent. "Captain, we are approaching the last known coordinates," Noah said. He adjusted the controls, dodging debris in orbit. "I don't like what I see. The colony is worse than we thought." Aaron's jaw tightened. "We do what we came for. Protect what is left. Hunt them down if they try again." As the dragons arrived, the scale of destruction became clear. Ships had been torn apart, buildings reduced to rubble, and smoke rose from the surface. Survivors were few and frightened, huddled in what remained of shelters. Maria turned her attention to the Volder ships still in orbit. "They aren't gone yet," she said. Sensors showed 2 enemy frigates hiding in the debris field, probably waiting to ambush anyone who comes close. Aaron nodded. "We go in small. Take out the scouts first." Daniel, lead the ground team to recover any survivors. Noah, cover us from above. Maria, disable their targeting if possible. Let's move. The battle began silently, almost like a predator hunting its prey. The dragons used the ruins for cover. Laser fire lit up the dark skies. Noah's ship swooped around enemy frigates, dodging blasts while firing in precise bursts. Maria hacked into the Volder systems, scrambling their sensors and making their ships blind for crucial seconds. Daniel led the ground team, rescuing survivors and guiding them to safe zones. Despite the fear and destruction, the humans did not panic. They fought. They rescued what they could. Every human alive became part of the response. Children were guided to shelters. Families were reunited as the dragons cleared the skies. Aaron moved through the chaos with steady precision. Every decision mattered. One wrong move could cost lives. In the midst of battle, Aaron noticed a small ship trying to escape. The Volder pilot was desperate, trying to flee Briar Station. Aaron's ship intercepted. "You won't get far," he said. The Volder pilot tried evasive maneuvers, but Noah had flanked the enemy. A controlled blast disabled the engines. The ship drifted, useless. Aaron boarded it using the Dragon boarding system. Inside, the pilot was terrified. "Why are you doing this?" he demanded. Aaron looked at him calmly. "Because humans protect their own. You attacked our colonies, killed our people. Now we answer." The pilot said nothing, only fear in his eyes. Aaron left the ship, returning to his team. The battle was over for now. The dragons had protected what was left of Briar Station. They had shown the first sign that humanity would not be passive anymore. Laura Briggs watched from Earth. "They are more than soldiers," she whispered. "They are dragons." The images from the battle came through slowly, showing the skill and speed of the dragons. Briar Station was a ruin, but it had not been a total loss. Survivors were saved, and the Volder had learned a lesson. In the command center, Aaron contacted Laura. "Briar Station is secure. Survivors are safe. Enemy scouts destroyed or captured. But this was only the beginning. They will come again. We need to be ready." Laura nodded. "I know. We will be ready. Earth will be ready. The Volder will not break us." The dragons regrouped in orbit. Ships were repaired, weapons reloaded, and plans made for the next threat. Each member of the team thought of the colonies, the families, the children. Each knew that humanity was more than just peaceful settlers in the stars. They were survivors. They were fighters. They were dragons, ready to defend their own. Night fell across the colony, the red glow fading into the darkness of space. Silence returned, but it was not the same silence as before. It was the silence of waiting, waiting for the next strike, waiting to show the Volder the strength of humanity. Aaron looked at the stars, thinking of Earth, of Briar Station, of the colonies scattered across space. He thought of the people they had saved, the ones they could not. And he made a promise to himself, quiet but unbreakable. Humanity would answer. And when they did, the galaxy would remember. The dragons of Earth had awoken. The dragons returned to orbit around Briar Station, their ships quiet after the battle. The survivors were safe, but the colony was destroyed. Smoke still rose from the ruins, and the silence of loss hung in the air. Aaron Pike looked at the view below, his face serious. Humanity had survived the attack, but he knew the Volder would not stop. They were too proud, too cruel, and too determined to destroy humans. Maria Lewis worked at her console, scanning the enemy debris. "We need to understand what they were planning," she said. "There must be a reason they attacked Briar Station first." Aaron nodded. "We find out who they are. Then we make them pay. But we also protect the other colonies. We can't let this happen again." Noah Green adjusted his ship systems. "The other colonies don't know what's coming yet," he said. "We have time, but not much." Daniel Brooks joined them, holding a small tablet with survivor reports. "Some of them are scared," he said quietly. "They don't want to leave, but the survivors tell me the Volder are coming back. They said the aliens want to hit at least 2 more colonies before they attack Earth." Aaron clenched his fists. "Then we make sure they don't reach the other colonies." The dragons divided into teams. Aaron would lead the main fleet to intercept the Volder before they could strike again. Noah and Maria would support with reconnaissance and technology, tracking enemy movements. Daniel and a small ground team would help evacuate survivors and guide them to safe shelters. Each team prepared for what lay ahead, knowing that every second counted. In the control room of the flagship, Laura Briggs spoke to Aaron. "We need a plan," she said. "We can't just wait for them to attack. We have to strike first, or the colonies will be lost." Aaron nodded. "We'll do that. We'll move fast, hit hard, and protect as many people as we can. This is not just about Briar Station. This is about every human life in the sector." The Dragons launched from orbit, moving quickly through the relay network. The stars passed by in streaks of light as they traveled at high speed. Noah piloted one of the lead ships, scanning for any signs of the Volder. "I see something," he said. "Small ships, fast. They are scouting ahead, probably looking for the next target." Maria accessed the data. "They're testing our defenses. They want to know how fast we can respond. We need to hit them before they hit someone else." Aaron gave orders. "Prepare the strike teams. We will intercept them at Ridge Fall Colony. That is their next likely target. We can't let them hit it." The fleet approached Ridge Fall, and the tension grew. The colony was peaceful, surrounded by rocky terrain and small settlements. Humans lived there farming and mining. They had no idea the Volder were coming. Aaron studied the readings. "We have only minutes," he said. "Get ready." Noah's ship darted forward, weaving through asteroid fields to flank the enemy scouts. Laser fire lit the dark space as the first Volder ships came into view. They were smaller than the ones at Briar Station, but faster and more agile. The Dragons fired with precision. Maria's hacking programs jammed the enemy targeting systems, giving Noah and the other pilots the advantage. Daniel and the ground team prepared to land. "We need to get civilians to safety," he said. "No matter what happens in orbit, we can save the people on the ground." Aaron's ship moved like a predator, cutting through enemy formations. He targeted one of the larger Volder frigates. "Focus fire on the lead ship," he ordered. "Break their line before they can attack the colony." The battle was fierce. Explosions shook the void as ships collided and lasers streaked across space. The Volder had expected an easy strike, but the Dragons were not easy to defeat. Noah's maneuvers confused the enemy, and Maria's hacking caused chaos among their ships. Slowly, the Volder began to retreat, realizing they were facing a force they could not easily overcome. On the surface, Daniel's team guided the civilians into underground shelters. Families moved quickly, children clinging to parents, scared but trusting the humans in uniform. Daniel gave calm instructions. "Stay low, stay quiet, and follow me. We will get you to safety." The civilians looked at the Dragons with awe. They had heard stories of these elite units, but now they saw them in action. The humans were fast, precise, and fearless. No one ran in panic. They fought with skill and strategy. It was unlike anything the Volder had seen before. After hours of fighting, the Dragons cleared the area. The Volder ships had been destroyed or forced to flee. The colony was safe for now, but the cost was visible. Buildings were damaged, and some civilians had minor injuries. Aaron contacted Laura. "Ridge Fall is secure. Civilians are safe. The enemy is retreating, but they will regroup. We need to follow them," Laura responded. "Good work, Aaron. Ridge Fall owes you its safety. But remember, they will strike again. You need to find out why they are doing this." Aaron studied the captured data from the Volder ships. Maria had been analyzing it while they were in orbit. "They are not mindless," she said. "They have a plan. Briar Station was just a test. Ridge Fall was the next step. They want to weaken human colonies before hitting Earth." Noah's face was grim. "Then we have to stop them. They can't get that far." "Not while we are here," Aaron nodded. "We strike first. We will not wait. Humanity does not surrender. We answer when attacked. That is the lesson they will learn." The Dragons prepared for the next jump. They moved through space at top speed, tracking the retreating Volder fleet. Each jump brought them closer to the heart of the enemy. Aaron thought of the colonies, the people, the families who depended on them. This mission was not about revenge. It was about survival. It was about showing that humans would not be broken. As they traveled, Daniel checked on the rescued civilians. "They are scared, but they are alive," he said. That is what matters. We did the right thing. Maria worked quietly, scanning enemy communications. I think I can track their main fleet, she said. If we can get ahead of them, we can set a trap. Aaron smiled slightly. Then that is what we will do. Dragons do not wait for danger to come to them. We go to it, we face it, and we win. Noah adjusted the course, jumping to the next relay point. Hold on. The stars stretched and blurred as the fleet moved faster than light. Time seemed to bend as they jumped across space, chasing the Volder like hunters tracking prey. Finally, they reached the coordinates. The Volder main force was there, preparing to strike a larger colony. Aaron gave the order, attack. Hit them now, before they can act. Protect the colony. Show them humanity is not weak. The dragons moved like a storm. Ships dived and weaved, lasers cutting through the darkness. Maria disabled enemy targeting systems again, giving the dragons an advantage. Noah flew through the enemy lines, striking at the Volder with precision. Daniel and his team prepared to land if needed, ready to protect civilians. The battle was long and hard. The Volder were stronger, faster, and more numerous than the scouts they had faced before. But humans had something the Volder did not expect: strategy, courage, and teamwork. The dragons coordinated attacks from space and ground. The Volder were confused, unable to understand how humans moved and fought so well. Aaron focused on the lead ship, the heart of the enemy fleet. We take that one down first. Everything else will fall behind it, he said. With careful calculation, he directed the strike. Explosions erupted, tearing through the enemy formation. The Volder began to retreat again, slower this time, beaten back by human skill. The humans had won this battle, but they knew the war was not over. The Volder would return, and they would be ready. Every dragon understood this. Every civilian they saved would remember their courage. Every colony that survived would know that humans fight to protect their own. Aaron looked at the stars. The Volder would think twice before attacking again. Humanity had answered. The dragons had risen, and this was only the beginning. The Volder had retreated, but they were not defeated. Aaron Pike knew it. Their fleet had vanished into the depths of space, moving fast and silent. The dragons followed cautiously, scanning every jump point and communication signal. Every colony was at risk. Humanity had survived attacks at Briar Station and Ridge Fall, but the enemy was learning, adapting. The dragons had to stay ahead. Aaron gathered his team in the flagship command room. They think they can outsmart us, he said. They think because humans are peaceful, we will not strike back fully. They are wrong. We will take the fight to them, and we will make sure they cannot hurt anyone else. Noah Green checked his ship's systems. Their moves are predictable, but clever, he said. They are heading to Clearwater Reach. That is the next big colony. Thousands of people live there. If they succeed, the loss will be huge. Daniel Brooks leaned over a map. We can't wait. We need to set up defenses, evacuate civilians, and intercept the fleet before they get there. Every second counts. Maria Lewis tapped on her console. I can track their energy signatures. I think I can predict their formation and point of attack. We can hit them first. If we move fast enough, Aaron nodded. Then that is our plan. We strike first. The dragons will lead, civilians will be protected, and we will show them that humanity cannot be broken. The fleet jumped into hyperspace, stars stretching into lines of light as they raced toward Clearwater Reach. The tension was high. Every member of the dragons knew the stakes. Failure was not an option. When they arrived, the colony was peaceful, surrounded by fields and mountains. The humans had no idea danger was coming. Aaron's eyes scanned the sensors. Enemy fleet incoming, he said. They are larger than before, but slower this time. They are overconfident. Noah maneuvered the lead ship. I can take out their scouts and open a path for us. Maria, keep their targeting blind. Maria's fingers flew over the keyboard. Already done. They will not see us until we strike. Daniel's team prepared to land near the colony. We will help civilians underground if needed, he said. We are ready. Aaron looked at the stars ahead. Then let's begin. The battle started suddenly. Volder ships moved from hidden positions, firing at the colony. Explosions lit up the skies as their weapons struck buildings and ships. Noah's piloting was precise. He dodged lasers, taking down enemy ships one by one. Maria hacked into their targeting systems, creating confusion. Volder ships collided and drifted, unable to coordinate their attacks. Aaron focused on the lead frigate, the heart of the enemy fleet. "We take it down first. Everything else will fall behind it," he said. The flagship shuddered under coordinated fire. The Volder did not expect humans to hit so fast and so hard. Daniel's team moved on the ground, guiding civilians into shelters. The people were scared, but they trusted the dragons. Families held hands, moving quickly, following the directions of the soldiers. "Stay calm," Daniel said. "You are safe now. We will protect you." The dragons worked in perfect coordination. Noah's ships darted around enemy fire, striking at weak points. Maria kept jamming their systems. Aaron directed the battle with precision. Slowly, the Volder fleet began to falter. Their attacks were ineffective, their formations broken. One Volder ship tried to escape. Noah pursued it, weaving through debris. "You are not going anywhere," he said. With a sharp burst of fire, the ship was disabled. Aaron ordered a boarding party to investigate. Inside, the Volder pilot looked terrified. "Why are you so strong?" the alien demanded. Aaron looked at him calmly. "Because humans protect their own. You attacked our colonies. You killed our people. Now you will see what it means to face humanity." The Volder said nothing. Fear filled his eyes as the dragons returned to their ships. The battle continued, but the enemy was weaker now. The lead frigate, the command ship, was the next target. Aaron directed the entire fleet at it. Explosions tore through the ship's hull. Systems failed, and the Volder flagship drifted helpless in space. The remaining Volder ships retreated quickly. They had learned that humans were not easy prey. The dragons had shown them skill, courage, and firepower beyond expectation. Clearwater Reach was saved. Civilians emerged from shelters, cheering for the soldiers who had protected them. Aaron contacted Laura on Earth. "Clearwater Reach is secure. The enemy has retreated. Civilians are safe, but they are still out there. They will return if we do not act fast." Laura's voice was calm but serious. "Then you must prepare for the next attack. This is not over. The Volder will regroup, and they will come for more. You must be ready to strike harder, faster, and smarter." Aaron looked at his team. "We are ready. Every human life we protect is worth the fight. We will not let them destroy us. They think they can break us, but they are wrong. Humanity stands together, and we will defend every colony." Noah smiled slightly. "They will regret attacking humans. They have no idea what they are facing." Maria continued to analyze enemy signals. "I can trace their jump points and predict their moves. We can intercept them before they strike another colony. If we act now, we can end this before Earth is threatened." Aaron nodded. "Then we move. Dragons do not wait for danger to come to them. We go to it, we face it, and we win." The fleet jumped to the next coordinates, faster than the Volder expected. Each member of the dragons worked in perfect coordination. Pilots, ground teams, and tech specialists moved like one unit. They had learned from the previous battles. They would not allow any human colony to fall. As they approached the next Volder location, Aaron's sensors picked up the enemy main fleet. This was not scouts or small ships. This was the heart of the Volder strike force, fully armed and ready for a massive attack. Noah's eyes widened. "They are more than we expected. But we can do this. We have to do this." Daniel checked the ground team. "Civilians will be ready if we need them. Everyone is prepared." Maria focused on hacking the enemy communications. "I can disrupt their targeting and shields. That will give us the advantage we need." Aaron took a deep breath. "Then we hit them first. We show them that humans do not surrender. We strike now, before they can act. This is humanity's answer. This is what they get for attacking our colonies." The dragons moved forward. Ships accelerated, lasers charged, and ground teams readied their equipment. The battle was about to begin, and this time, humanity would not only defend, they would show the Volder the strength of Earth's dragons. In the calm before the storm, Aaron looked at the stars. He thought of Briar Station, Ridgefall, and Clearwater Reach. He thought of the families, the children, and the survivors, and he promised himself, silently but firmly, that the Volder would never forget this lesson. The dragons of Earth were rising, and the galaxy would remember.